Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, top of the morning to ya. God, I am so sick and tired of hearing that all day today.
You heard that
Everyone
all day?
keeps saying that. Yeah, it is. So anyways, welcome everyone. Real Film Nerds, episode number 415. We are recording on St. Patrick's Day. With me, as you heard already, my good buddy, the man that truly has some Irish in him, Mysterious Michael Talent.
Hey, everybody. Top of the morning to you, Matt.
Seriously, I watched the local news. I was on the radio station. Everybody says that. Say something else. Please. That is just racist.
Is that Irish coffee in your hand?
That's better. That's better. Anyway, so, okay, I got to put this out there right off the bat before we get to Ma Henshaw. We had a comment recently, Mysterious Mike Talent. I don't know if you saw this on our Facebook page. We need to tone down the cussing. We have listeners that are listening to our podcast as they're doing their job, and the F-bombs are offending their customers. So I have to dial down the F-bombs. I got to do radio friendly now, or at least work on it.
Okay.
I can't promise anything, but I will do the best that I can.
Okay. All right. I think it's mostly you, dude.
Okay, well,
True.
fine. Whatever. Ma Henshaw has said a few F-bombs here. Speaking of F-bombs, Ma Henshaw, how are you?
Oh, I'm super duper.
If you can't tell, she has had her fair share of Jameson and green beer today.
No, I had one margarita. Green.
On St. Patrick's Day, when you were supposed to drink green beer and Jameson and Guinness, you had a margarita.
Hey, they told me that their beer, well, that was green, they just added food coloring to regular. So I said, the heck with that. Give me the margarita.
Well, of course. How else are you supposed to make green beer?
I don't know. I thought it was something special. I don't know.
That is special.
Yeah. It's just a green food coloring. Matt, did I tell you about that time me and Nick, when we were in Flag, dyed our 40s green, but we put way too much?
No, I have not heard this story. Wow, you're 40 ounces of OE?
Yeah. Was it OE? I think it was OE. Yeah.
That's the 40 I always got.
It might have been.
Or was it Mickey's because it was St. Patrick's Day?
It might have been Steel Reserve, dude.
Oh,
Ugh.
Jesus.
Yeah, sometimes we went with the real nasty stuff. Ugh.
To save what, $2? No, you should have gone with at least a Mickey's.
No, back then they were $2. That's all we had. We had $4, and we're like, hey, let's go get some 40s.
See, Mom, and you think Mike is so innocent and a great child and all these other things? I never stooped to the level where I was getting Steel Reserve 40s. I got Mickey's.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's
I comped for the extra 50 cents that I found in the couch.
Oh.
That's
okay. All right. Well, we're clearly going to be talking about drinking a lot this podcast. It is St. Patrick's Day on our recording day. You are hearing this 2 days after on the 19th. But anyways, episode 415, we're talking about a little film came out last week called Novocaine. And no, this is not about getting your teeth pulled at the dentist. Mike, break it down for us, sir.
All right. So Novocaine was directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson. This is written by Lars Jacobson, and it is starring Jack Quaid, Amber Midthunder, Ray Nicholson, Jacob Batalon, Matt Walsh, and Betty Gabriel. When the girl of his dreams is kidnapped, a man incapable of feeling physical pain turns his rare condition into an unexpected advantage in the fight to rescue her.
All right, Ma Henshaw, no swearing. Yep. Keep it down. No F-bombs, please.
Oh, never.
Ma,
Yeah?
keep it down.
I will.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Tell us your first thoughts on Novocaine.
Oh, I really liked it. I thought it was super fun, and Jack was he really fit the part. I mean, really, he wasn't buff and looked like a superhero and blah, blah, and all this stuff. But because he could not feel pain, that was a blast. And to me, it was a funny movie. It was fun. Amber was very good. I liked her. She was great as the love of his life who he met. Oh, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but anyway, yeah. And it just kept my interest, and I kept wondering, okay, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? It was a blast. And anyway, I liked it very much. And there's my view.
Ma Hinch, are you just biased because you have a crush on Jack Quaid?
Well, I do. He was very good because, he just played the typical businessman who worked in a bank and, very straight-laced and boring and nothing ever, but he had this issue where he couldn't feel anything. And it was really just, to me, a riot. I loved it.
Do you understand that you and Jack Quaid would be an ultra snow leopard? Like, you're like 50 years older than that kid. I mean, like, he's younger than me, and I am your child.
Oh, no way.
He's 10 years younger than us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, my goodness.
He's in his 30s, Ma.
Well, he's good. Anyway, he's a very good actor. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, sure. That's what you care about.
That's what I care about.
Mm-hmm. You're ogling over him, Ma. I see it in your eyes.
No.
I'm telling Dad.
No, he's not a Momoa, but he is cute.
Uh-oh, the mimosa comes out.
Right.
All right. Mysterious Michael Talent, since it is your birthday week, FYI, for those of you who weren't listening last week, Mysterious Mike Talent turned 72 this week. Mike, you get to go next. What are your thoughts on the incredible film Novocaine?
I had a great time with it. I only have a couple minor complaints, but overall, it was a lot of fun. It was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. One of my bigger complaints is probably there was too much given away in the trailer, but that's about it.
Well, all right. I enjoyed this film quite a bit as well. I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was goofy. It was silly. It was over the top. It was very graphic. It was very gory. I don't like the other critics saying that it's like this generation's John Wick. It is not. This is not John Wick in any way, shape, or form. It was very sloppy fighting. It was very ugly fighting. But I like that. That's what it's supposed to be. He's not supposed to be a superhero. He's supposed to be the everyday man. But I would say overall, I really had a good time at this film. It's one of the more fun films of the year so far for me. I wish there was a titch more comedy in it. The big takeaway for me is it's about frickin' time we got to see Ray Nicholson do some serious acting. The last time we saw Ray Nicholson, at least in this podcast, was the last Smile film, and he was in it very, very minimally. In this film, he is the big bad, and I barely recognized him, and I thought he did a fantastic job as someone to hate.
Yeah, he was good. He was intense.
So anyways, all right. So since neither of you are going to lead on, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Mike, guess what time it is?
Oh, I think I'm thirsty.
No. It is giveaway time, Mike.
Oh, all right. Yes, it is that time.
So our friends over at Paramount Pictures have hooked us up again with an incredible giveaway. This week, we're giving away Blu-ray copies of the hit television series Tulsa King Season 2. Mike, have you watched Tulsa King?
I have not watched it yet. It's one of the ones I want to watch.
Wow. I am ashamed. Ma Hinshaw?
Nope.
Jesus. I'm the only one that likes Sylvester Stallone.
No, it's not that. I just don't have time, man. I don't
have time either, but I make time for Sly.
Oh,
Sly's my dog.
Of course.
I make time for him.
Okay, right. That's right.
So, anyways, yeah, this is the new gangster mob film TV show that takes place in Oklahoma, where Sylvester Stallone is a mobster from New York that has basically been forcibly relocated. It's a lot of fun. It's a really interesting, fun show. It would be like a gangster moving into the sleepy town of even Prescott and seeing what kind of shenanigans goes on. So anyways, I really like this show. I have watched both seasons. Wonderful. If you have not watched it, you're missing out. This is your chance to own a hard copy, which means it'll never go away. You will always have it in your collection. Mike, why don't you tell our listeners what they have to do to be entered into our contest to get a copy of this Blu-ray?
Yeah, me and you were talking about this before the pod, and Matt, I think I came up with something that's pretty good. I think it'll be fun for everybody. Just tell us how many Rambo movies there are.
And you better get it right. This is kind of a trick question. So we are not going to out the answer. I know Ma Hinshaw has no clue because clearly she likes Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought you were a big fan of Sly, but clearly you like the Schwarzenegger better.
Oh, no, I've watched Sly a lot.
I bet you have. But he's no Jack Quaid.
Nah.
Jesus. Anyways. All right, so there you go. Email Mike at realfilmnerds.com. That's REEL. And tell us how many Rambo films have been created so far to date. And we will put your name in a hat to be drawn for a copy of Tulsa King Season 2. Now, to keep our sponsors happy. Jeez, I have beer on the mind too, don't I? To keep our sponsors happy, here we go. Here's a little bit of something I need to read and promote. The Boss is back in Season 2 of the hit series Tulsa King, starring 3-time Oscar nominee Sylvester Stallone. Get a fresh look behind the scenes with 2 exclusive featurettes, including Stallone's tribute to fellow cast and crew and the creative process for writing dynamic storylines. Own Tulsa King Season 2 on DVD and Blu-ray now. Again, this is from our friends over at Paramount Pictures, specifically Paramount Plus, which is the show is streaming on. Go ahead, email Mike, and we'll get you entered in the contest. Mike, now, after reading all of that, I am quite parched.
Ah, yes, Matt. I was thinking you would be quite parched. So, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Well, Mike, being St. Patrick's Day, I'm going all in. I have a nice, delicious shot glass of Jameson.
Oh, yeah. That's nice, dude.
In your face, Ma Hinshaw. No green margarita here.
Yummy.
Okay, Mom, what are you drinking? Are you going to tell Mike, or are you just going to sit there and keep it to yourself?
Well, no. Well, right now, I had my margarita at lunchtime, which it was a giant one. But anyway, now I'm drinking a turmeric tea, which sounds horribly healthy.
Yeah.
But it's tasty. Yeah.
Is there at least some bourbon in that tea?
No. I forgot. I could have put some Captain Morgan in it. Might have tasted better.
Rum? Gin?
Well,
nothing, huh?
Nothing. No, I didn't have time when I was cooking fried chicken.
All right, Mysterious Michael Talent. It is your birthday week. You're turning 72. What are you drinking in celebration of your birthday?
Oh, I'm just keeping it nice and easy, Matt. I'm just doing a little bit of vitamin G for everyone else who doesn't know what that is. That's Guinness. So I just thought I'd have a nice pint of Guinness.
Nice little vitamin G. All right.
Yeah,
very good, Mike. Yeah. Very good.
Thanks, because I didn't know.
All right, Ma Hinshaw, are you going to do it right this week, or do I have to do it again?
Oh, well, I never will do it right, but I can try.
Okay, let's do it. You can do it, Ma. I believe in you.
Probably not. Mike, what is the dad joke of this week?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
All right. Well, being that it is St. Patrick's Day today when we're recording, I figured why not have an Irish dad joke. So, why don't you iron 4-leaf clovers?
Squeezes out all the luck.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty close, dude. Yeah, because you don't want to press your luck.
Damn it.
Oh, cool.
Damn it. I almost had it. Is that from the book?
Did.
No, it's not from the book.
Okay. All right. I still like it, though. We'll let it go.
That's pretty good, huh?
It is good. It is good. And it's topical. I like that it's topical. So, all right. So, since Ma Hinshaw, I would ask her to do this too, but she has a hard time just asking the one question. I'm sure she doesn't even remember what to say here. But, Mike, how does Novocaine relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, dude. This one was a pretty easy one. Our character, Roscoe, Jacob Batalon, was in Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Avengers Infinity War. So he's been in quite a few of the MCU.
Yes, he has.
Wow.
He was Spider-Man's, what did he call himself in the films? Man at the desk, or man behind the desk, or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he was Spider-Man's best friend or whatever character.
Yeah,
So.
in the new Spider-Man films, yeah. So, anyways, there we go. Done. So that means we are now in the spoilers section. Mr. Birthday Boy, why don't you go ahead and spoil whatever you would like for this film, and then we will ask maybe Ma Hinshaw if she behaves herself.
Okay, so like I was saying earlier, there's a couple things I didn't like about the movie. The one was they gave away too much in the trailer, I thought. But the other thing, but I did like this. So one of the things I did like was there's kind of a fake ending. And I like that. Like, it seemed like everything was kind of wrapping up and everything was going to be okay, and then it wasn't. I liked it. I thought it was. I thought it fit well in the movie.
Well, the one thing, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm not a huge fan of the double ending. I know you like it. It worked out. It was fine. I don't have a problem with it. To be honest, if we're going to do complaints, I kind of wish there was a little bit more humor. I don't know if I'm just getting like, I'm not as funny, or I'm not as droll, or I'm noticing more. I'm not sure. But there was a decent amount of humor. And yeah, you're right. I did see a lot of it in the trailers, especially a couple of the trailers. I don't know how many trailers you watched, but I remember seeing a couple different ones. And one of the most gruesome scenes was in the trailer, in my opinion, when he grabs the gun that's in a deep fryer. Like, yeah, I was like,
that was in there. Yeah.
Whoa. Now, that wasn't in the main trailer, but that was in a couple trailers after. And I was just like, wow, that really kind of, not that it was funny, but it was more shocking. And that ruined it big time in the film.
Yeah. So I thought they didn't need to do that. I understand that kind of the trailers are just, they give them some shots of the movie that they think are done, and then they just kind of put stuff together. And so, like, sometimes it ends up being a lot of the action scenes or whatever, but it's just scenes that they have done. But to me, this one was just giving away too much. Maybe they were just trying to entice people to go to it, but And that's a whole nother thing, Matt. Apparently, this is like the worst box office weekend of the in a long time. It was like below 54 million, which was like the low for the Super Bowl weekend, which is usually not a very well attended weekend for the theaters.
But still, Novocaine came out on top. It was the number one film of the weekend. Even though the numbers in general were shit, it still was the best film to release. So we picked right. And I don't think this was a bad movie. I think this was a fun movie. I think it was well worth a watch. Like I said earlier, it was a very entertaining film. Ma, you agree?
Yes. And the kids that were at my movie, they loved it. And I didn't watch many trailers. I only watched one. So I didn't even know about the gun thing. But I kept watching and going, okay, what's going to happen to him next? And then when he went into the booby-trapped house, I really laughed myself sick at first when he walks in. And I won't say why, but some of that just cracked me up. But you have to be a person who can handle blood or
gore and pain.
Gore. There, that's the word. Yeah, because we know a person who would not probably like the gore, and you have to be able to handle that, which I can handle because I go to a lot of creepy movies too.
Well, it's because you've got a problem. You're like Mike. You love horror movies. Can you believe that, Mike?
I'm weird.
My 83-year-old mother likes horror movies as much as you do.
Oh, that's cool.
I had no clue until we started doing this podcast.
Well, that's okay.
Can I do a real spoiler? When I watched the one trailer that I watched, I thought it showed him taking out a bad tooth or something. And then I realized, holy crap, it was a bullet that he was pulling out of the thing on his arm. And that was so brutal. But I could handle it. But, a lot of people might not be able to handle it. But I thought it was really unique, because he's just like, oh gosh, I got the bullet out.
It reminds me very much of that film that you and I really, really liked that did not do super well at the box office, Game Night. You remember that, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was that scene where they do the same thing and Jason Bateman is trying to pull a bullet out, but his wife is trying to do it. And she's like, what's that? That's solid. She's like, oh, that's bone. Like, that's one of those things that was just hilarious. That was a total missed opportunity in that scene.
Yeah. I think the comedy of this is interesting because it's I feel like they did a pretty good job of making him not all of his injuries add up and stuff. So he's not invincible. You just can't feel stuff. And it's in the very beginning of the movie, they frame it like he has to kind of keep an eye on because he doesn't know when he hurts himself and stuff. He just doesn't know. Didn't he have to check the temperature of something before he did it because he wouldn't feel it?
Well, what I thought was interesting is how he couldn't eat solid foods because the fear of biting his own tongue off and he wouldn't realize it.
Oh, jeez, dude. And
I never even thought of that. And here he is in the beginning blending up like a breakfast. And I'm just like, oh, that looks atrocious. And then he explains it later, no, I have to do this or else I might bite my tongue off and I wouldn't even know it. That's terrifying. I don't want to live that life.
No, it wouldn't be good to have just no feeling of anything because it's imagine you could cut yourself and not know and then it gets infected and all because you just wouldn't know. It'd be so weird.
Now, I am like the Novocaine version, but emotional. I'm dead inside, but I can feel my fingertips and I can feel pain and all that other stuff. But outside of that, I don't feel love. I don't feel anger. I don't feel envy. I don't feel hate. So what would that be called? It wouldn't be Novocaine, Mike. What would it be called?
I don't know. What would make you dead inside? Was it?
Well, we all know Mahinja, but
I can't even come up with a word.
There we go. She's now piping, and she's just so beside herself that I'm outing her publicly.
Dysfunctional? I don't know.
That is our last name. It should be, Matt Dysfunctional Hinshaw is what it is.
There you go.
Anyways, all right. I'll stop trying to have fun because I'm stumping both of you. But anyways, there was a huge spoiler that I don't know if I want to touch on or not because it's massive. I personally did not see it coming whatsoever. I don't know if it's because I just didn't think about it or I wasn't observant. Mike, Ma, do you guys know what I'm talking about? It involves one of our main characters.
No, I don't know.
Should I spoil it, Mike?
Are you talking about the kind of the double cross kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that really coming at all either.
I normally can pick that kind of stuff up, but I did not see one of our main characters clearly was a plant, I guess is the way to put it. I did not see that coming whatsoever.
Yeah, and I actually liked how, I mean, we're in the spoilers, how at the very end, it resolved itself, but there's a little bit of time that has to be spent in a locked facility.
Yeah, you're talking the end. Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
It was good because it wasn't everybody got a super happy ending. It was more realistic. And I think that's one of the big takeaways from this film. Sure, he's quote unquote invincible because he can't feel pain, but they show him at the end in a complete full body cast because he basically was dead. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he by the end of that, man, the final the death blow of the one guy, Matt, dude, that was totally from Mortal Kombat. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't think of any more ways to maim a human, I don't think, in this movie. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and still be walking. Because he's not superhero. He's just can't feel pain. So he's just... He's greatly injured. He's kind of like... Monty Python and the Knight. It's just merely a flesh wound. I'm okay.
Right.
Well, so when you say death blow, Mike, are you talking about the part of his body he used to kill the villain?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to dance around it without spoiling it. That, in my opinion, was one of the most gruesome freaking scenes of the entire film, and I was just like, I mean, that was wild, but.
That was wild, dude. I like that because it was just like, oh my.
So, okay, all right. I have a very important question. Do you think we are going to get a sequel or a trilogy out of this? Do you think it did well enough to warrant more films, or do you think this is one and done?
Well, it had a very low budget, and I believe it'll make its money back for sure with the next few weeks. I don't know if they'll make another one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I think when this hits the on-demand and all that, I think it's actually going to do quite well. So I think they might do a sequel.
I have a feeling that they might.
Yeah, because it was cheap to make.
Uh-oh, I think Ma Hinshaw just muted herself.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't hear her at all, but I see her face moving. Well, that's not good because I don't know how we're going to get her cookies if she can't talk.
She can text it to us.
She can text it to us. Oh, there she is. Did you figure it out?
Yeah. Okay.
Stop hitting buttons.
Sorry. I'll control my button pushing.
Dear listeners, I apologize. This is what happens when the talent is 1 foot in the grave and one ankle in the... I don't know.
If you're tombstone. 82 and a half years old, you might push a lot of different buttons.
you got a foot in the grave and an elbow on the tombstone. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyways, Ma, go ahead. Finish what you were talking about when Mike and I were like, what the hell just happened?
Well, when you watch the very end, I sort of get the feeling that they might have a sequel because it was really cool, and it could go on, in my view, when certain things happen, which I don't want to say because it would give away the end thing. Right? There.
All right. I think I agree.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, So, Matt, I guess we should get on with our ratings, dude. Are you ready, Matt?
Only if you are. Or do you want to talk about next week's film, Mike, since, it's your pick? And we're trying to decide between two films, and I think we're defaulting to one because I'm not getting it, and Ma Hinshaw definitely is not getting it.
Yeah. I think we are. I think we are going to do that one. I'm trying to think of what it's called again. Hold on.
Oh Lord, it's called the Alto Knights.
Yeah, the Alto Knights. So I was looking at the other movies that were coming out.
Okay, all right. Well, the Alto Knights. It is starring Robert De Niro, and he plays two mobsters that are going up against each other that are different ages. So this might be really interesting and fun or really terrible. It is a docudrama. It is based on real life. It is true crime biography. It's, Vito Genovese and Frank Costello. So we will see how that goes. I was really hoping we were going to be able to see the film that Mike wanted to watch, but I'm just not getting it here, and Ma Hinshaw isn't either. So Mike, you're the only one getting the film you want to see. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll try and squeeze in some time to watch it in between. But
why don't you tell our lovely listeners what you're actually doing for your birthday? He's going to go mosh pitting.
Yeah. I'm going to go see a concert. I'm going to see the Deftones.
Did you see that
wow.
our dear friend, who is also a obsessive fan of the Deftones, went and saw them here in Phoenix? I didn't go because they were wanting too much money, and I already have 3 or 4 shows booked this year. Kim went to the Deftones with her husband. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's cool.
And I was thinking, man, that is like the first time I've seen Kim go and do something like that. So that's cool. Good for her.
Yeah, dude, that's neat. Very neat.
But anyways, all right, next week, the Alto Knights, starring Robert De Niro and a bunch of other people. Deborah Messing, Cosmo Jarvis. We'll see how it is. It's a 2-hour long movie flat, so not too bad. Hopefully. I don't know. I like Robert De Niro, but he, as Mike pointed out before the show, he's getting up there. He's
80 something.
Yeah.
I think he's 83 or 84.
Yeah, Ma. He's your age. I mean, can you imagine doing some acting?
Hey, he's a youngster. Oops.
So, all right. So, Novocaine, Mike, since, again, you are the birthday boy, how many reels?
So I'm going to give Novocaine 4 out of 5 reels. I had a great time with this movie, man. It was great. I wish they just didn't give away as much on the trailer. That's probably my biggest complaint.
Ma?
Yep. I give it 4 cookies. Shamrock cookies. Yes. I thought it was very good. I had a few little things that, I thought could have been handled differently. But all in all, it was entertaining, and I would love to watch it again if it comes on streaming. Yay.
Well, I concur. I also give it 4 out of 5 reels. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film. It was fun. It's not anything that's going to win any awards, but I had a good time, and that's why we go to the movies. That's what matters. Having a good time and getting out of the house and turning off our stupid phones for 2 hours.
True.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I have said enough. Ma Hinshaw?
Yes.
What are your parting words?
I have said enough too, but it was fun to go to a movie where I laughed and you knew it was not reality, but it was still fun to watch. So I had a good time, and everyone enjoy it if you go. That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think I'll take us out of here, man.
Mike, you do your thing.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, X, and Facebook. And make sure to enter our contest, Mike at Real Film Nerds. Tell me how many Rambo movies Sylvester Stallone has been in to enter to win our prize. And, last but not least, top of the morning to you, Matt.
Oh, Jesus, Mike.
Sure and bigorri. Have a good evening.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.